let's get started. This is going to be a shorter stream than usual, at least this morning. I've got to sign off before 9 a.m. Eastern, so it gives me just under 2 hours. But anyway, what I hope to accomplish this morning, pardon me, I'm still waking up. I've got my morning voice. Alright, so what I want to do today, what I would get done this morning at least, is, what's that? Okay. Is to make the deconstructing, not be instant. It needs to be queued like the building. Because eventually I want to have a bunch of little workers running around doing all these tasks, and it needs to be a gradual thing. Something I can put on a queue and then take care of later. The way I do construction is I have a separate array of tiles. Tiles that are pending versus tiles that have been placed. And each tile has a percent complete. But I think what I need to do is I need to add a tag. Item, behavior flag. Do I want to use behavior flag or just... How do I want to do this? I haven't really thought about this, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. When I deconstruct, I believe that's up here. No, that's going to be in Map UI. So when the action menu deconstruct item is selected, remove inst. Oh, goodness. I probably should have thought this through before I started streaming. Oh, okay. Should I keep... I do not want another array of dismantling tiles. I just know that. Textiles. Hey Coder, how are you? Oh, I'm tired. It's early. And I got to bed late last night. And I've been up for a while, but still in the process of waking up. Trying to figure out how I want to do the queuing of destroying or destructing items. I think I just need to make a tile flag. I'll do tile flags. Destructing. What do I call this? Deconstruct. And deconstructing. And we'll add this as the last bit flag. Alright. So, for now, when an item is being deconstructed, then we Do I map? Tile map. Do I not have tile? Oh, I have it over here. Tile map. Is it a pointer? I think, yeah, it's a pointer. Dot tiles. Because you can only get this menu on items that have already been placed, so I don't remember about the pending array. It's this one. That's the tile pointer. That's what I need. Dot flags loading flows. So that flags it as needing deconstructed. And actually, I think I need to add another one. So we've got deconstructing. They deconstruct queued. Deconstruct completed. Oops. Come on. That's not. Alright. Insert button's all screwy. Okay, oh, that's why I didn't have numlock on. What's going on? Let's get my SED taken care of there. Yes, I've got my coffee. I've got my Death Wish coffee. Claims to be the world's strongest coffee. It tastes pretty good too. Oh. Alright, so this will cue the deconstruction. And then what we will do is we will use the percentage complete with that as well. Tile map update. For right now, I've got a temporary thing here that builds the items until, you know, in lieu of the workers, until I can get those implemented. But we're going to do another max index. Here, we can, no, I can't do that. Never mind. If tile map tiles high bit is set, deconstruction queued. Always doing that. Page up and down accidentally. Alright. Oops. Needs to be flags. I am so grateful for that inline compilation syntax checking. It is so nice. Saves so many recompiles. Alright. If deconstruction is queued, then we will here, we need to get this. Oh shoot, that's not going to work. Because there's more than one freaking item per tile. I've got to make this a flag of the item. Alright, let's get to the instant. It's got to be a behavior flag. Alright. And I really shouldn't work on this stuff when I'm tired. But I'll wake up. Alright, so now we need to make more behavior flags. Again, we'll put these at the end. Okay. Now I think for tile map. Well, let's just see if this introduces any sort of performance hit. I need to remove these. Map UI needs to instead. Alright, we've got the item instance. So now we behavior flags equals that. I'm wondering if I should I really need to keep an eye on the time. I've only got till 9 a.m. Alright, second small cup of coffee down. Alright. Okay. I should actually bring up this other window. I've got a conference call at 9 and I don't want to miss it. Okay. Should probably give myself 15 minutes prior to the call. Alright, you guys don't care about that. Alright, so we flagged the item instance as requiring deconstruction. Now in here, I really don't want to have to search through every tile. You know what? I'm going to actually make a item deconstructing. That's what will tell me that this particular tile has an item that is in the process. Oops, come on now. UI tile map tiles. Select the info that's selected dot. Yeah. Oh, okay. Guess I didn't realize I had that there. Flag equals that. All right. So now in here I can check if this is set. If it is, then we do our item loop variable, which is inst first index dot first item map. Let's see. If inst dot if CP bit is set, inst behavior flags, it's queued. Let's do this in one. Cool. Has updated deconstruct equals false. Actually, I need to make this. I'm going to group this into the same scope so I can easily recognize it as all being part of the temporary code here. All right. If not has updated deconstruct and if that's true, And then do the same. Let's see. Should I also have a deconstruct time? No, I think deconstruct is going to be constant. And we'll just make it, we'll just try 0.5 for now. We'll do that. Just copy this since it's all temporary anyway. It doesn't matter if it's duplicated right now. All right. So we check versus. Okay. Percent complete is greater than 1. Get the next instance. Add it. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Where's that code that? There we go. That's what I'm going to need. So most of that code I didn't need. Okay. Oh, I'm missing a parenthesis there. Alright. What's going on here? Map UI is undefined. Do I not have it? Oh. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I don't need the map UI there. I already have access to the tile. Okay, tile is tile map, tile item inst, which is inst. Item, which is going to be item. I don't have that yet. Item equals and tile map manager items list item index, and then of course the index, which is I. Okay. All right. I don't need to do this. That will be a problem if I left that in. All right. Bit remove behavior flags. Can remove that. All right. For now, we're going to make item deconstruct time. We're going to use that instead of this constant here, because I have a feeling I'm going to need that elsewhere. All right. So remove the flag. I don't need that to be quite so big. Try to keep in mind what you guys can see. I am so used to using a 4K monitor, so restricting myself to 1920 is quite a change. So I try to give myself as much room as I can. I know that cuts off some of what you guys can see. That's just the way things have to be. All right. So we've got no, yes, no. this is what I wanted to remove. That will be removed later because it's all reset anyway. All right, so I've got that. Actually, no, I should. This is fine, but I need to do in here. I'm going to need that value, and it's going to, instead of removing it, I'm going to item.flag remove behavior flags, and then behavior flags variable. Yes. Then what I need to do, I need to remove that too. Okay, I did. All right, that's right. If we have the deconstruct queued, if ends is greater than, okay, and then we remove it. And now what I need to do is check for any remaining. Has further deep. False. I need to do another item. That's 2. That's going to be first item. If inst 2 does not equal inst, and bit is set true break. Not has further deconstruction. Then we remove the flag, so this one won't be checked anymore. And we set it to rebuild. Because this is going to be permanent code here. And actually, let's move this up above the temporary code. I want the temporary code to be the last thing. All right. Check for any objects that may have been deconstructed this past frame. I'll stop this frame. All right. So let me just go over this again. We check if the flags that there is an item being deconstructed. If there is, we loop through each item on the tile. If that particular instance of the item has its deconstruct queued flag set, we check if we're not already done. If we're not already done, we get a pointer to the item. Then we tell the item manager to remove this particular instance from the tile, which is not what we want. We want that to be done. Whoa. Isn't that what we... Yeah, no. That's right. I'm sorry. Alright, yeah, if it's done, we remove the instance. Then we set the rebuild. Oh, I don't need to do that, because that one hasn't been affected. We just need to rebuild the tiles. And then we check to see if we have, let me make sure I'm using the right one. Ah, there we go. That would have been bad. That's why we double check sometimes. Has further deconstruction. Then we remove the tile. Then we continue to the next one. All right, temporary. Has updated deconstruct. All right, because we only want to do this once per frame for one object. So that's why we do this flag and yeah, no, I don't need to do that. Because I'm doing it in separate loops now, I can just break out of this. I know that won't work. Pull need to break equals false. Need to break equals true. Break. Actually, no, I do need this. If need to break. Oops. Need to break. Come on. Where's. Oh. It's because it's in here. Break. Alright. That's good enough for temporary code. Process styles that need deconstructed. Alright, that should work. Let's set some breakpoints and find out. Alright. We will do here. This should never be called until this is called map UI. Alright. Just load up a new map. Alright, we will deconstruct our coffee station. Alright, percent complete is 0. Good. That means that it gets reset. Alright. So the first item, which I believe was the wall, or the floor. Alright, so we've got a little bit of percentage, percent complete, need to break. Okay. Okay, now let's change that to there. Let's change that to there. Alright, percentage complete is over 1. Item and coffee station, which is good. Okay. We remove the queued and add the completed. Need to break. Okay. And it never gets back up to here. Why not? Oh, that's because I need to change this. Hey guys, watch this. This is going to be awesome. Deconstruct complete. Alright. Now I want to set this breakpoint, which isn't valid because the source code has changed. Recompile. Isn't that awesome? Now, there's only 4 people in here, and one of them is me watching the stream to make sure everything's okay. But the 3 other people, I hope you appreciate that. How awesome that is. All right, so we remove it, rebuild. All right, no, it does not. So then we remove it. We don't get that call. Yep, that seems to have worked. So there should be a slight delay between deconstructing and it actually. Oh, there's a bug in selection code. That's fine. Okay, we deconstruct it. It takes a second. Let's actually increase this to like 2.5 seconds to make sure it's taking the proper time. Deconstruct 1, 2, 3. I don't know why. Waiting table. Okay. Waiting table. I don't know why it was selecting the wrong one. Deconstruct the cut. Why did that happen immediately? Oh, okay, yeah, that's not right. All right, let's start this over. Let's see if I deconstruct the couch first, if it happens. Load that map. Yeah, why is that happening so quick? I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess that the percentage complete is already high. All right, temporary. Oh, this is what we want. Okay. So anytime I deconstruct no, I want the couch. Yeah. So percentage complete is 0, not 0. It should be 0. Let me see if that's a problem with all couches. Let me place a new couch. All right. Yeah. So when I place an object, I need to make sure that it's reset. Hey Data, how are you? You don't have to you don't have to answer that until you're done eating. All right, now it's taking the proper amount of time. I don't know why it was like that for some things, but not the couches. I don't know. But everything else, it seems to be taking the proper 2.5 seconds, which is actually game minutes. So it's more like 1 1/4, 1/1000, 2, yeah. So all the timing and everything is in simulation time. So if you do this, actually maybe it's not. Yeah, it is. See how much faster it is? Yeah, because the tile map update, my simulation code is set to run at a certain tick percentage. So when I update simulation, I keep track of how much time is supposed to happen between each tick, simulation tick, and loop through that many ticks. And I add to the time in seconds each time this is called. So the update will always be a consistent delta time. It'll catch up and it'll allow me to run the simulation like 1,000,000 times, you know, at a startup of a map, because I plan on simulating like cities full of patients. And I may do some sort of genealogy simulation where I had the ideas of having, you know, like the start of a city with a group of people and then have those people reproduce and just get different ethnicities and things mixed in together. I don't know if it's practical to do that. I don't know if I'll want to do that when the time comes, but it's an idea, and I thought having that functionality to be able to run the simulation independent of everything else was important. I believe, what did I meant to check. Maybe not. Oh well, I don't know what I'm talking about right now. All right, so we've got that. Now I would like to show. All right. Let's actually, let's, if we've got something being deconstructed, let's add, actually, you know what? Let's do this in a separate loop so that I can make this. Let me just copy this. I'm going to do this in a separate loop so I can change the color. I'll make it red for now. Let's see how that looks. Yeah. All right. That's not right. This needs to be tiles, not tiles pending. Just load up. Deconstruct. No, why didn't it draw anything? Okay. Oh, that's because it's not the first. All right, this one will. Okay, so if I do the base. All right, yeah, that works. And now I need to, instead of doing that, I need to loop through the instances. So let's change that to this. That ought to work. Yep. All right. Again, oh, that is because those percentage completes have been saved. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about that, because some of these things take up multiple. Yeah, this takes up. Huh. So for things that take up multiple, I don't know. All right, well, I've got the deconstructing working for now. So let's now add, let's figure out how I want to do that. I want to add a way to select a range of things to deconstruct. Trying to figure out how I want to do that. As far as the UI goes, considering putting a button under structure that says deconstruct, I'm not sure that makes sense for other things like objects. I'm also thinking of adding a special button down here. See, this thing scrolls. Let's see if I can get my resizing to work. So it scrolls if it ever extends too low. So I'm thinking about having a small area down here at the very bottom that doesn't scroll, that has a search box. So you could type in what you're looking for, because at some point this will have dozens and dozens of options. And I want to make that easy to manage. As you can see, my scaling and stuff messes up when you resize. And it's mainly the GUI, because the game itself doesn't really care. For some reason, I don't know. I haven't taken the time to look into that yet. So I think that's the option I want to take. Let's see. All right. And should I add that to that, or should I? Yeah, because if I have the search, I can add the same functionality to both windows. All right, let's go ahead and implement that. All right, so let's go to MapUI buttons. All right, this is where everything's built, and we make that's what we want. All right. If we don't have an alt function, we create the window, make the master sizer, which is how where this is going to have to go. We add that. Scroll panel. Let's go ahead and just add a button. Deconstruct button. Master sizer. Construct. If you want to like tear down a whole room or a wall or something like that, it would be very tedious to go through and select each cell of wall and manually deconstruct it. And this way you can do a mass deconstruction. All right, reset that item. Master sizer, deconstruct. That's going to be 0 pixels. Alright, I need to add more of a padding. Let's do even more. There, it looks better. And now it'll be, yeah, I'm not sure I like having all of that. That's probably due to, yeah, the double padding there. I don't have an easy way. All right, I got another idea. make this its own sizer, bottom sizer. Do it as an orient horizontal. Yeah, it's not gonna matter for this. I'm not sure what you mean. Why not a deconstruct on the selection area? That's what this is essentially going to be. You'll click the deconstruct button, and then you'll be able to click and drag a selection box, and everything within that box will be flagged for deconstruction. All right, so we've got that. And then I'm going to add each stretcher. This is going to be bottom sizer and proportion 0. Let's do 6 divided by 2 pixels. I really shouldn't be calling this so many times. I should. 32 pixels. Because this cannot be inlined everywhere. Not that it really matters, because this is the loading function. Alright, so we add the stretcher, and then we'll add our item, and then we'll add a new stretcher. Alright. And then we will add the bottom size right here with minimal, maybe 0 padding. And then I will probably want to add another stretcher at the end of. Hold on. Wait, what did I do? Okay. Yeah. I changed the wrong one, I think. Alright, so we only need a stretcher here. That is also the same as that. Alright. So we've got our bottom sizer. Let's see how that looks. That is not what I wanted. What? Oh, that's because it added it with a proportion of 1. Okay, and then I need to just do 3 there. I'll make that 1. Alright, let's see what it looks like when it needs to be scrolled. That looks more reasonable. Should probably change my sizer code that it doesn't double the. Alright, well, that works for now. Alright, so now I've got to add test. All right, so this is what it's going to be called. GUI button set callback. Do I need, what do I use ordinarily? I think I just need to pass in MapUI as the callback. All right. All right, so let's just make sure our button works. I have not published a game. Gosh, back in 1997, I released one of my first games that I worked on, but that was when I was learning how to code, and it was not very good, and it wasn't for sale or anything. It was just freeware that I put out there. But I have 25 plus years of experience designing software, so it just comes with experience. And I spent most of, well, I'd say about half of 2016, or 2015 rather, designing a, or was it yeah, no, I'm sorry, it was last year. From like January until June, I was writing a library, or rather a game similar to this. But then around June, I think it was, I decided I wanted to extract basically the framework I was designing into my own library. So I just decided to start over with the design of the framework, and that's what resulted in this. And it seems to work pretty well. I enjoy it. And it seems to allow me to be productive, which is the most important thing. And I've been doing game code off and on throughout the past couple decades. It's just I've not focused on it as heavily as I have in the past couple of years. And my goal is to make a library that I'll be able to make games with for the next, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 years maybe. So I'm trying to make it easy to use, easy to extend, while still making it fast and reasonable, All right, so we've got the deconstruction working. Or the button working, rather, not the deconstruction working. So now I've got to set MapUI to set, let's have a, how do I want to do this? All right, we'll just make full deconstructing. All right, ordinarily deconstructing. All right. Map load, we're going to make this. Okay. And then update. Input this frame. Maybe I should use placing. Hey Zone Beat, how are you? What's the best way to do this? I think we just need to... Alright, if we're not placing, else UI deconstructing. Actually, I want this code in here. False. Build up cell objects under. Yeah, that's fine. Can do all this. All right. If all right, so if we're deconstructing, we do not want to do this. If you right click, actually let me check up here. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. I'm working on adding some deconstructing functionality to my game. I don't know if you've been here before, but I'll show you what I'm working on here as soon as I get this into a compilable state. All right, so if we just press right, then we're going to turn off, because we don't want that. Else, if, okay, I want to add, have to add, let's change that to no, shoot. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Mouse drag with just mouse drag. And I'll need to, else if put mouse down left and just pressed. Then let me see, can I use this code? No. All right, so this is how. All right, so left pressed. Oops. I think that may cause a problem though. We'll see. I think what's going to happen is, no, maybe, yeah, because the GUI gets updated before this gets called. So you click the button to deconstruct, and then this code will be called, and left pressed will be true. So I think I may have to put something in there to test for that. All right, we're gonna do that. For now, we'll leave it And just see, and then when we render, mouse drag begin does not equal min. Then we need to test if we are deconstructing. And if we are, we need to use a different color. Let's use orange for deconstructing for now. Red for canceling. All right, Data. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. I'm actually not using DirectX right this moment, but my library supports both OpenGL and DirectX 11. Right now it's using OpenGL's render. There's some bugs in my DirectX render that I haven't looked into yet. But anyway, I'm adding a deconstruct button. Okay. All right. That did not work at all. If left press here. Oh, that's because I forgot to plug it in. Okay, let's go here in the buttons, and we will deconstructing equals true. Rebuilt. Yeah, for some reason it's not working. All right, let's do some logging. Logmas debug begin deconstruct drag. I need to left just released. Yeah, no, that's right. Why is it not working? All right, let's go into here. We will stop when we click the button. And then we will come in here. And go until there. Okay, deconstructing equals true. Deconstructing. Oh, that's fine. Never mind. What I said earlier about the left press being a problem is not going to be a problem. But I need to else. All right, I'm going to do that. Got about another half hour to get this figured out. But should be enough time. Why is that not working? Oh. That's why. But no, what I want this to hide the... Alright, that's why it's not working. Alright. Now it'll work, hopefully. Shoot. Okay, what's going on? Isn't this part of this? No? Where is that? Am I including? Yes. So. This should definitely be a part of this file. Let's put it up here. All right. So now, let's light this up. Go to deconstruct. There we go. We got our orange. Okay. So now let's take care of that. Deconstruct. Okay, so right click is still there, deconstruct. All right. So we've got that going. And what I need to do is, okay, map render. All right, so that's where we do that. If map UI deconstructing, then I need to let's go up here. I need that's going to be useful. This whole thing, I think, is going to be useful. All right, so for dragging, then we need to identify all items that will be affected by this selection. We'll just put this in its own scope. All right. I think I need that space now. All right. So this gets us, I don't want to do this. Should actually make a function. Let me do that. Void. Get get selection instance map z2vec2 we'll do begin z2vec2 end, and we will vector min extent will be begin, end, begin, end, oops, So now let's go ahead and add, that does not need to be internal because I want that exposed. So we will go ahead and add that here. No, that's not completed yet. Crap. Well, I need to pass these in. Min pose, max pose. There. Now we've got everything we needed. Now I can just call this and pose and max pose. Okay, and that should work for that. And I should be able to replace this as well, but I want to test this. And we'll see. All right. Oops. All right. I don't want to do that. All right. That's what I need. Okay. If UI tiles affected is false. If UI deconstructing, then affected equal, oh, somebody followed. Nate Higgers. Thank you for following. I appreciate your support. Okay, affected equals map UI tile map tiles index dot first item equal or is greater than or equal to 0. Else affected equals map UI tile map. Forgot what equal sign. Tiles pending. First item equal to 0. If affected, then we're going to that. Let's do 2 tile size equals 2. We'll do 0.8. 0.8. Draw this, add solid rect. Do I need that? No, okay, I got 2D first. Add filled rect. It's not filled. 0. All right, let's see how that works. Let's lit up the map. Okay, so there's nothing there, which is what you would expect. Whoa, I got a crash. All right, what is crashing? It asserted. All right, what's the assertion? Draw. Oh, we don't have an active texture. Push shader. All right. Texture. Draw. Texture default. And this needs to be under here. It's not working. Why is that not working? Okay. Oh, that's why it's not working. Oops, come on. Let's go here. There we go. No, it's not. It's going up one too high. All right, I think that's going to be a bug here. Index to, hold on. All right, deconstruct, so right there, so it should, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Whoa. All right, pretty sure it's there. Let me double check this code first. Equal, less than or equal, that's correct. I think it's this. But I use that same index to world. All right, going to just see index 22293 22. Yeah, that's the problem. How is that happening? All right. So, look at the mouse position. And there, where do I get the mouse position for dragging? definition. Okay, I think this is what I need to do. Down here. Begin, 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 begin. Let's see if that fixes it. I need to turn off that breakpoint. I just use structs and regular functions. Although, I do, in the case of some of my math types, have member functions, but that's not a object-oriented construct. There we go. All right. So now it's showing me what is going to be affected properly. So that will deconstruct all of that. And let's see how if the pending works. Build a room, cancel. Yes. Okay, so that'll cancel all of this. It was accurate, accurate, accurate. Yeah, I know. And then if you want to deconstruct, you can deconstruct all of that. Not yet, of course, but pretty soon. Whoop, whoop. That's not how that should work. Okay, so now we've got that. So now that I know where, bend over. Thank you for following. Get a kick out of that name. But yeah, essentially I just use structures. You know, I've got my structure and then I've got the related functions, and I have no problem accessing, you know, these member types from other places like the tile map logic and the map UI logic and everything. I find this could just be so much more productive when you're not worried about encapsulation and designing black boxes, instead of spending 15-20 minutes trying to figure out, well, what's the best way to protect this member variable and not allow it to be extensible and usable. You just access the member variable. 2 seconds, you're done. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. All right, if you release, if you're deconstructing and you release. All right. We need to get these, and then we need to go through here. And we need to go through the item. Let's go. Tiles index. Inst file. First item. What do you mean exactly? Do you mean like when I do this and then put code here? If that's what you're asking, I just do that to logically, like visually separate areas of the function. Instead of like drawing that functionality into its own function, I just visually separate it that way. So it's easy for me to tell like that particular code is separate from what's above it and what's below it. What's going on? Why is that? Time. Oh. All right. Int dot behavior flag equals deconstruct queued. And that should be all that takes. Load map. Deconstruct. It did not work. Oh, of course it doesn't work the first time. All right. Let's find out why. Oh, I know why. I need to tile flag or equals. There, now we've told it, the system that that tile has items being deconstructed. Yeah, let me make sure. Hold on. If tile first item is greater than or equal to 0. There we go. If I didn't answer your question, Ben, please elaborate what you're referring to, because you haven't specified if I answered your question or not. So I'm not sure if that's what you were referring to. All right, so it just did it on 1. Why did it just do it on 1? Okay. Let's log this, log debug. Constructing index D. I should do it the way I did it before. Yeah, so it's setting it. But all of these are not being... Tile map update. Let's find out. Huh. Alright, well, let's try this again. Okay, so we're here. Load this up. Deconstruct. Item. To break. Okay, so it does get here. And that stops. Oh, no, because I'm removing that. Alright, this is one of those kind of bugs, is it? Hey Dante, how's it going? Oh, you're welcome. I've just found that makes it easier for me to visually parse my code, so. And it's also nice if you want to use simple variable names. Like if you want to use like it's the variable name index or xy or whatever, and you use it, and you need to use it in a subcontext, but you're also using something similar in the function prior, but you don't want to lose that, you can put it in its own scope if you don't need access to the previous instance of the variables. I can't really think of a really good example right now, but I know it's come up for me before. Oh, man. Okay, so we've got that. All right, so this is, what is I? 842. 843. And then it never gets here again. I don't understand what's happening. All right, let's we'll load ourselves up here again. Deconstruct. No, that one's deconstructed. All right, so let's go here. Let me find the address of this. X481528A28. Debug. New breakpoint, new data breakpoint address. When that changes, let me know. Okay. Oh. Well. Shoot. Yeah, that would do it. Oh, crap. I think I'm going to have to simply remove flags that may be refreshed. Thank goodness for data breakpoints. Now I don't need my breakpoints anymore. View. Where are my breakpoints? They're there. All right, I can. Do I need that one anymore? I think I can skip that one. I can delete this one. I don't know what that one is, but I'll leave it for now. All right, now with any luck, this will work. Yes. Let's speed this up. All right. We've got deconstructing working. Let's see if it works coming from this direction. Yep. distraction. Whoops. Helps if I do that. I can turn that off now. Deconstruct. Why didn't it flag that? Oh, that was weird. I don't know why I was doing that. Alright, so now it is easy to remove items. And that's what I was hoping to get done today. Took an hour and 45 minutes to add that functionality. Not too bad. Alright, now I need to get rid of this log message. What's that here? Yeah. Alright. Alright, and just in time too. I've got to sign off. Alright, it just creates a new scope. It lets you visually separate things. I also use comments for that sometimes. I like having my just a comment in between each function and the various different things in the file, like my enumerations and stuff like that. The defines, the includes. It just makes it easy for me to visually separate. I could tell when one function starts and ends, and it's actually I need to add one here. Just whatever I can do to make things easier for me to tell what's going on at a glance. Like I can tell, since this is in a scope, this is separate functionality. It has nothing to do with what's going on up here. Even though this looks like it's in a... No, see, that's in its own scope too. So because I separated these, I know that this functionality is unrelated to this, although it still overall belongs in this function, and I don't have to make it a separate function that I have to go reference when I want to find out what's going on here. It just makes things neater. But yeah. But I've got to get going. I do appreciate you stopping by and chatting with me and hanging out for a while. When will I stream next? Depending on how today goes, I may stream this afternoon. Probably not, though. Probably the next time I'll get to stream is either Monday afternoon Eastern or Tuesday morning. So if you're looking to catch me again, join me around that time. Follow me on Twitter. I usually post on Twitter when I'm about to go live, so you'll be notified that way. Or follow me here on Twitch and set up notifications that way. However you prefer to do it is fine. But thanks for your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.